our home and native land, Toronto's newest pulp culture podcast, covering your favorite comics, collectibles, media, nerderific origin stories, and more. Hosted by your northern neighbor, Jowy Pangolinin. Here it is, nerdos and nerdettes, Comic Sync!
It's me, Joey from Comic Sync, and I'm here with the crew.
Which one first?
You go first.
You guys did not talk about this, did you? You guys did
Who's
not
on
plan
first?
this.
Len's
is
on
here.
first?
Yes.
Shane's on second.
All right. Now that we got that sorted out, guys, we just wanted to do a little bit of new news. This weekend, I did the Brampton Comic-Con with Andrew Thomas, so I was sitting in the chapter house booth with him. So that was a really different perspective, because I'm usually like the fangirl side of things, and then I had to be like a walking billboard for a chapter house, and that was really cool. I saw so many people. I had Ricky Lima. I visited him there. He was there with his new book, Happily Ever After, and out to Dicey Biz. We're actually there today, and thank you guys for kind of letting us hang here and do your podcast here as well. And they were also in the event, and of course now what we got to talk about is probably one of the biggest things happening this year is E3. How excited are you guys for all those new games coming out?
I might need to take out a student loan to pay for all these games.
What are you going to tell the government?
There are courses on video games. You can use those.
Hey, you know how many arts are going to get cut in the next 4 years? Okay, I'm not going to go through that.
Yeah, no, we're not going to. Which one are you excited for, Shane?
Well, as a Sony fanboy,
yeah.
I will say, honestly, it's not really that I'm a fanboy. It's just more, I prefer a lot of single-player experiences.
Yeah.
And Sony seems to cater a lot more towards the single-player experience. So,
yeah.
Devil May Cry 5. Which is multi-platform, but I will be getting it on the PlayStation 4. That's I'm excited. Beyond Good and Evil 2, super excited for. We were supposed to have that game like 10 years ago. I don't know what is taking so damn long.
Why is Marvel making it?
No, Ubisoft is. They're just as bad.
Yeah. Oh man, we're gonna get sued one day. No.
Yeah. And if you guys are listening, comicsync.ca.
Yeah.
Shout us out.
But probably don't follow us if you're going to sue us. Okay, so the other thing as well, what about you? What are you interested for, Lenny?
Okay, Super Smash Bros. Looks great because it has everyone. Everyone.
If that's your cup of tea, that is the biggest, hottest, steaming cup of tea that you could possibly have.
I want that cup of tea all over me, man.
That's
But how do you guys feel about the Spider-Man outfit?
A lot of people if you've been playing a lot of the Spider-Man games over the years, they've been different. The costumes have never really been comic accurate. So it is what it is. I'm not bothered. It's a video game. It's a different take. If you're going to be nitpicky about his costume, were all the people upset with rhinos and electros and vultures in that trailer because they look amazing?
Yeah, I know.
That Sinister Six and Mr. Negative. Whoever thought Mr. Negative would be in a video game?
Just the gameplay in itself, too, man.
It looks like the Spider-Man game we've always wanted.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be upset. And he's going to have multiple costumes during the game.
Yeah, there's going to be tons of skins, tons of DLCs, always. That's how they get your money, man.
They just need the paper bag Spider-Man in there. That'll make me happy. Also, I'm not going to get the game, but I just want to know it exists.
I know, but I'm excited for that one, even though I don't have a system anymore because I had to sell all my systems.
It's okay.
I know. I guess I'll just go over one of you guys' houses and play that.
We'll talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. And another, I don't know if it's heartbreaking. It's not really, that's not the word that I want to use for this one, but Chris Hardwick from Talking Dead and Talking Anything.
It's complicated.
What's up with that?
It's complicated.
Like, after Walking Dead, I'm so used to seeing his face, and then now it's gone.
It's just, I guess on one hand it is sad because he's one of the faces of nerd culture.
He started Nerdist, didn't he?
Right. He was the founder. He hasn't had any professional ties with them since the end of 2017.
Yeah.
Just so people are aware, but
Nerdist
was his baby.
Yeah.
Like he essentially has his own little empire now with all his shows and being at Comic-Con and being one of the big hosts for the panels.
Yeah.
So it's it's very complex when you get into these sort of situations.
Yeah, it's a touchy one. But...
And
It's hard.
In the Me Too world, you want to believe accusers, but you also want to give due process, which is what AMC is doing. They've shelved the second season of his show right now. I think it's Talking with Chris Hardwick, I believe it's called. We'll see how it plays out, because even NBC, you're supposed to host the TV show The Wall coming out this fall again. Their second season, but they're just waiting and seeing how it plays out.
Just to be safe. Yeah, I
think
getcha.
it's one of those things you just kind of have to
wait it out.
See.
Wait it out.
Unfortunately, that's what's up.
Well, I do wonder, though, what is going to take place, is there going to be reruns of something and whatnot, but it just seems like it is the safer thing to do, so...
Reruns seem safe.
Yeah.
I've heard of, was it Yvette Nicole Brown? Some people are pushing for her.
I would so want that, actually.
I guess, if not the new host, the temporary host.
Yeah.
Because she is a fan favorite on Talking Dead and even from Community.
Every single time that Yvette goes in that show, she has a full stack of notebooks.
Right.
Just
she's
she
well
knows
prepared.
everything.
She knows... She's a geek.
Yeah, man.
Right? So it wouldn't be outlandish to even have her as a temporary host.
Yeah.
And I don't think Chris would be upset with that. I don't think.
No, I mean, they gotta be good friends, right? So yeah. The other news is this is actually really big for DC fans. Jim Lee assumes the role of Jeff Johns' CCO role, right, Shane? CCO?
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah, CCO.
And the exciting thing that's happening, well, first of all, of course, Jim Lee, that's pretty exciting for you, my friend. And Jeff Johns, he is going to do the Green Lantern core movie, so he's going to be writing that. Mm-hmm. And as a Green Lantern fan, I'm really excited with him bringing in the core part of it and not just a one dude kind of thing.
Because Kilowog all day, every day.
All day, every day.
Yo, what about the planet? Shoot, I forgot what it's called. Mogo.
Yeah.
Mogo. Yeah, I want to see that.
Mogo. There you go. Yeah. I'm happy with it. I think that's what we need. I think we need a Green Lantern movie that shows the team.
And Jeff Johns knows Green Lantern better than anyone currently. Right. Having been the one to revamp Green Lantern and do Blackest Night and Brightest Day and bringing back Hal Jordan and all that, and introducing the color spectrum, we would have no Violet.
People need to know about the
Red
rings,
Lanterns,
man. People need to know.
If it wasn't for him. So it's good that he can kind of refocus, dedicate himself back to comics, dedicate himself to writing. I think he was stretched too thin. He was not a movie and TV guy, so for him to be involved in all of those avenues when he really wasn't brought up in the industry like that, it put him in a rough spot. So it makes the best sense for him. Yeah. And I'm happy that at least we'll know we'll be getting some stronger scripts and stronger screenplays from that side of their business, because it is kind of lacking right now. Yeah. Even though he's been involved with it for the last 3-4 years, it doesn't seem to have had a great effect on things like Suicide Squad.
Well, it's because Jeff Johns doesn't pay for production, right? It's the suits win with that kind of stuff. They probably call him over, they'll let him know, hey, what do you think of this, what do you think of that? But at the end of the day, I don't really think they take in exactly what he wants.
There's no Kevin Feige. That's just what's up.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but at least we have an actual fan. Yeah. That's producing and writing this stuff, who understands.
Well, writing, not so much producing.
Okay, writing. Yeah. Actually, that's even more important. It's just someone who loves the material rather than just trying to phone something in.
Right. I'm okay with other people being producers because
they know what they're doing.
Yeah. But again, going back to Suicide Squad, its biggest issue was the script. Yeah, it was just a poorly written movie. It was a poorly edited movie. You had all the pieces for it to be decent. The cast was great.
And actually,
it was just not good.
Yeah, there was just it was such big cast members, and that they could deliver these roles. But at the end of the day, it's Jared Leto. I didn't think I would be underwhelmed by him, but it's because of the writing, not because of him, right? So,
he was an interesting Joker.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to see more of him when he gets his movie.
That's right. Oh, that's the other thing. They've announced that they were going to do
2 Joker movies.
Is it 2? I thought it was just 1, actually.
Because the Jared Leto one is happening. Yeah. But also, I think Joaquin Phoenix is getting a Joker film.
Starring... someone else who is not Jared.
Right.
Why?
Yeah, I know. I don't get that part.
Well, like, why do we need an introspective look at the Joker?
This is the whole point. I'm talking about how DC movies is a mess because now we've confirmed that Matt Reeves' Batman is not going to be Ben Affleck either. So, like, what are we really even doing? What are we doing?
What are we doing, DC? Tell us. Get at us. comicsync.ca. DC, what are you doing? And Lenny, I wanted to talk to you what's happening with that Sting and John Constantine thing going on.
Woo. Okay, so as everyone knows, John Constantine's look was based on Sting just because the artist really wanted to draw Sting. And so yeah, Sting. Yeah, okay, so John Constantine is going to get a Hellblazer 30th anniversary special.
I can't believe it's actually already been 30 years.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, that guy's
nuts.
old. But like, Sting is going to write the introduction since like the character's look is based on him, and there's going to be a few key stories from John's life, such as the time when he was in jail, a little bit from when he had lung cancer. He had a midlife crisis birthday in which Swamp Thing attended, and Swamp Thing.
I wonder how that looked like. I've never seen that before.
You can search up like stuff online drawn by like Steve Dillon, and Swamp Thing just like makes like a whole pot of weed come out. It's like, enjoy, guys.
I mean, he is in charge of the green.
Yeah, exactly.
So I get
it's
that.
Just like, yeah, you know what? That makes sense. So I'm looking forward to it. I might get it.
Cool. And the other thing that we were going to talk about was the thing that I was most boggled with is, so they announced news about Wonder Woman 2. The first news that they said, this was many moons ago, but Kristen Wiig was going to assume the role of Cheetah, which I could see, but I think it's going to be like a comedic Cheetah. But also, Shane, you said that you can't see Kristen Wiig at all as Cheetah.
I don't know. I've been watching her for years, through Saturday Night Live, through Bridesmaids, through Ghostbusters.
Bridesmaids Cheetah, I mean, come on.
Yeah, I'm not knocking, like, she can act, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like she's not gonna... I always see Cheetah as more as like a deranged sort of, not quite Joker crazy,
like a Jungle Harley,
but
Jungle Harley.
Look, more I'm like not crazy, right?
Right, I'm not really infatuated with Harvey and her like animated series. Harley is still the Harley for me. But yes, Cheetah is supposed to be jungle crazy, for lack of a better comparison.
She's got to be really limber and athletic,
right,
too.
And she feeds off of fear and feeds off of like hunting people. Like, she is in the same sort of vein as Kraven the Hunter, if she was even crazier. So, and I don't imagine Kristen
She wants to wear your skin kind of crazy.
Right. Buffalo Bill if she was a supervillain. Like,
right.
You know what? I see this as like an interesting challenge for her, because when you're doing like a career, you don't want to do the same thing over and over.
No.
This is her going like, you know what? I'm going to try to tap into that inner crazy.
Yeah.
That was his impression. He's wearing my face now.
He's wearing his face. And then the other thing that I'm kind of like, what in the hell is going on is apparently Steve Trevor is coming back.
No.
Why you do this, DC?
No.
Because it's 1984 and everything old is new is
in 1984?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Is he still just as young in the stills?
Yes. In the released production photos. I mean, he looks a little bit more rugged, but he looks the same that he did in Wonder Woman 1.
Well, here's the thing. I was talking to one of my friends from work who's a very, very big Wonder Woman fan, and she was like, you know what, it's going to happen just like the comics. What they're going to do is they're going to get like this clone-ass Steve, and it's going to be his son kind of situation. So it is still kind of like Steve Trevor, but it's not exactly Steve Trevor.
So he's Steve Trevor the Third?
Steve Trevor Light. L-I-T.
He's like Nick Fury Jr.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's the stuff with new news with Comics Inc. And the big thing that we're going to talk about today is, of course, SUPERBENDIS. We're calling him SUPERBENDIS because this is the first time that Brian Michael Bendis is shipping from Marvel to DC. And the first thing that he wrote was Man of Steel #1 just came out a few weeks ago. We're in its third or fourth issue right now.
Third issue, fourth coming out